Guys, I'm back with another story time, and this time I have receipts. I'm gonna that'll be for the end. But today I'm talking about fake friends and my experience with that. This is going to start off a series, so yeah, we're gonna kick it off like this. And there's three people probably that are gonna be included in this series out of my experiences with that. And today it's gonna go from bad to worse, go from worse to worse. It's gonna go bad to worse. So when I start the series, we're starting kind of mild right now. Even though like at the end it was like, girl, are you okay? So yeah, I had some gummies and I'm feeling them. So let's get this party started, okay? We're gonna call this antagonist Phony. We're gonna call my best friend who introduced me to her, a mutual friend that we share. We're gonna call her Marie. We're gonna call Phony's boyfriend Baloney, and then the other guy will just be roommates. So we had done a couple of things. This happened in like 2018 also. Like, thank you Instagram for letting me know that because I couldn't fucking remember for the life of me. So this started in 2018, and Phony, I met her because I knew Marie. Me and Marie had been hanging out for a while at that point, and her and Phony were such great friends. They already knew each other. So I was just thinking, okay, we're all probably like-minded people, we probably would get along well. Like, Marie is so talented and funny and cool and nice, and we have a lot in common. So I was like, I'm sure that anybody she knows is probably fine. And that is the case with like most of my friends. Like, they can all be together. I don't have any friends who like can't be in the same room just because they're different. Like, that's not usually exactly how it has to work. But there are some people who you just can't mix. So this with Phony, I I met her and I had hung out with her a couple times with Marie, and I think that me and Phony actually did hang out one time together, but yeah, that was like the only time we ever hung out together. It was very uneventful. But the vibe that I could sense was that Phony did not really like me very much, and that she was just not into me. And I kind of thought maybe it was because of resentment or jealousy, because me and Marie had been hanging out so much. But Phony could have been hanging out with Marie if Phony and Baloney, Phony was up Baloney's ass. And it was a good relationship, and she was just happy to be with him. He's a good person, so I get that she wanted to spend lots of time with her. I think that I'm doing it a little bit. I just did too much. Let me backtrack a bit. I won't say it was like a good relationship because of the way that Phony would talk to Baloney sometimes. But no, I'm losing my light. But Phony would not be very nice to Baloney sometimes, and he would kind of just, I don't know, not take it, but like there was definitely awkward tension when they were together because Phony would be so whiny and like demanding sometimes, and yeah, that wasn't good actually. But she was up his ass, so because she was deep up Phony's ass, yeah, excuse me, because Phony was deep up Baloney's ass, her and Marie started hanging out less. I'm trying not to say these people's real name, and it was kind of evident that they were kind of starting to grow apart a little bit, to me anyway. But I don't know. I think that you shouldn't just give up your friendships just because you're in a relationship. You shouldn't just neglect your friends and family because of that. Like, you gotta find balance. Like, there's the honeymoon phase, but there's still like come up for air. So I was um, hanging out with Marie and Phony like the whole day that day, and I wasn't really sure if they were talking about having a sleepover because Phony and Baloney had just moved into a new apartment together, and now Phony had her own place, and so Phony and Baloney and they had a roommate. We're all hanging out with them, and there's one other girl who doesn't need to be mentioned because she doesn't really contribute anything to the story, so we're just gonna pretend she's not there. I'm so sorry, I love you. Anyway, we were hanging out at their house and we're just talking, and for some reason I think Marie had to go get something for later in the night, so Marie leaves me alone with Phony. She left me alone with Phony, and it's like when Marie would leave the situation, Phony's mask would drop a little bit more, and she would like stop contributing any effort to the conversation, and it would start getting real awkward real quick when I would be alone with Phony. And I don't even know how we got through hanging out by ourselves that one time, because I can't even tell you what we talked about. Like, it has been so long. Probably fucking boys or something. I don't know. I probably, yeah, probably some fucking relationship drama with this idiot that I was with or something. But Phony and we didn't really have like very much in common besides like recreational things, and like Marie, obviously, but we didn't have much else in common. So it was pretty awkward being alone with her at this point, and it felt like she just stopped trying. And I went to Marie because they had been talking about like staying over that night and hanging out at night and just staying over because everybody was going to drink. So she was like, why don't we just stay over? I'll have sleepover. And so when Marie was back and it was getting like later into the evening, I kind of pulled her aside and I was like, I don't really know if Phony wants me here, and I really don't know if she wants me to sleep over. Ooh, excuse me. And I'm not the type of person to just assume that I'm welcome in every space, or that somebody wants me to just be in their house, or that I'm just allowed to sleep over just because my friend is sleeping over. Granted, Marie did drive me that day because I didn't have a car or anything like that yet. So Marie did drive me, but I still, like, she could have taken me home too. Like, if Phony didn't want me there, I simply wasn't going to be there. Like, so I was just like, do you think she wants me here? I feel like I should ask. And she's just like, I'm sure it's fine. Like, we're all sleeping over. Like, we're having a sleepover. So yeah. And I was like, I don't want to assume, because that's how much it didn't feel like she had invited me. Like, I had been included in that fully. So I went to, and it's fine if I wasn't. Like, I'm not trying to make it weird, but I just wanted to make sure. So I went to Phony, and I didn't want her to feel like she had to let me stay. So I talked to her just one-on-one for a second. And once we got a moment alone, so I was like, hey, Phony, do you care if I, like, sleep over tonight? Like, I just wanted to, make sure I'm actually, like, invited. I don't want to invite myself because, like, Marie can drop me, swing back after she drops me back off at home if you just want to do that. And then, yeah, that we can be done hanging out for tonight. She was like, oh, my God, no, girl, stay. Of course you can stay. We're having a sleepover. So I'm like, okay. Now, I don't know if Marie went to work or if she just needed to go and get some other stuff. I don't know what she could have possibly been getting. I really don't. Maybe some cabbage. I don't know. Marie left me alone with Phony. And every time I say that, I just remember how painfully awkward it was. But we were left alone, and after she left, like I said, Phony doesn't want to really talk to me or give the effort anymore. But I thought maybe she was trying to also at the same time try, because why would you even let me sleep over here if you really didn't want me here? Like, but people sometimes can truly be that fake. So I didn't really think that that's what she had going on. I really don't assume the worst of people, but I also at the same time was feeling like she didn't like me, and it's like, you're not feeling like that for no reason. It wasn't like social anxiety or me being like insecure, like, oh my God, nobody likes me. Like, it specifically felt like she did not like me. Like, I wish y'all could hear the conversations. Like, the way the conversation would go, the way that she would like sometimes just skip over me or like go past what I said, even in a group conversation at times. Like, it was really weird and pretty obvious, definitely, looking back. But yeah, she was not my biggest fan, and that's fine. But like, you also are allowed to say that, and you don't have to like everybody. It's okay. I know that there are people that my friends know who are people who I probably wouldn't like prefer to be around, or like people who I just don't know very well and who we're probably not going to be friends, and it's okay. Like, your friends can have other friends, and it has nothing to do with whether or not, anyway. Okay, so I'm invited now. Cool. We have the whole night going on. Before Marie gets back, Phony and Baloney wanted to go to Meyer, to the grocery store, because we were gonna get some. This confuses the hell out of me. This like mirrored camera thing or reverse thing. Anyway, we were gonna go get some drinks from Meyer. Got in the car with Phony and Baloney, and Phony was whining And I don't know. Baloney was paying, so I didn't really think it was mattering to Baloney what Phony was whining about. But I think she wanted a different amount of alcohol than he was trying to get. So I don't know. It was awkward. Um, they like bickered the whole car ride, and yeah, she was not very nice to him. So we got back to the place. You know, the night seems to go well. We have our drinks. We're playing Cards Against Humanity because it's 2018. And I know that nobody really stopped playing Cards Against Humanity, but like, I can't remember the last time I personally played it. For my reality, I don't own it, so I'm sure people still do, but yeah. Cards Against Humanity is happening, and we're drinking, and I almost said her name. Phony is getting all drunk and sentimental. Look at my makeup. I like it a lot. Anyway, Phony's getting all drunk and sentimental with me. Yeah, with me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where did all this come from? Because oh, you love me? I love you so much. Oh my God, you're such a good friend, Maya. Oh Maya, like and I'm just kind of like, okay, maybe without, I don't know, maybe with you releasing your inhibitions now that you had a couple of those Smirnoffs, but I still don't know about you, girl. And then me and roommate go and we like hotbox in the car, and that's just like a little, I guess, little side quest that we went on. And me and roommate, we just sit in the car and talk. I've also like, these are all people who we went to the same like elementary, middle, and high school for some of these people. So like I've known roommate since like middle school too. And I remember one time when we were in class, we were talking, well, not like in class, we were kind of just left alone in the classroom with the door shut like zoo animals, and like the lights were off and everybody was just kind of like talking amongst themselves. And I remember I said something and I was just like, I don't know why I said this, you guys, but I was like talking to roommate when we were kids, and I was just like, oh well, your dad has butt cancer or something, like, but like because butts are funny, cancer's not funny, colon cancer's not funny. But I said that, and I like, girl, are you fucking stupid? Let's get you into the stupid chamber so we can take care of that. Like, help. But anyway, things like that, like, I hadn't really, like, I felt like it hurt his feelings when I said it, and like, there was nothing that I knew personally that was like wrong with his dad. But that's why you don't say shit like that, because it's not fucking funny, girl. I know I was like 12, but still, no. Anyway, that guilt was eating me up still. So me and roommate were smoking and talking, and like I was just like, I'm sorry I said that when we were kids. Like, I was just kidding. He's like, I know you were kidding. I don't care. That didn't bother me. And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. I just felt like a fucking asshole, and it keeps me up at night. So yeah, but shout out to your forgiveness, roommate. Anyway, that happened. We're just vibing and still talking in the car. We're having a good time. We finish our conversation. We finish the bowl. We go back inside, and the night goes on. Everything's normal except for roommate like ends up, I think, being way too hungover, and I think he threw up. But the next morning we wake up, and roommate is just like, I made scrambled eggs with pepper, and we were like, oh, okay. And we didn't eat that, but roommate did, and he threw up a lot. So that tells me everything I need to know. So I think that this whole exchange has gone fine. I think that the friendship, I'm starting to think, you know what? Maybe she just takes a while to warm up to people. Maybe I'm judging her too much. Maybe I need to take a step back and really consider that maybe my gut feeling, maybe I'm wrong, So I'm starting to take that into consideration a little bit, and I'm starting to just, give that possibility some room to be real, because maybe I am wrong. And then some time passes, I do end up hanging out with Phony again, but with Marie too. And we were just like in my parents' place, and my parents were not 420 friendly to let me be doing that in my room with my friends. Even if I was grown, it was still their house. I should have respected the rules, but I didn't. So we're in the bathroom with the fan on, having a bowl, talking and chatting together, figuring out what we're gonna do. I don't know. After that, we're just like talking on my bed and stuff. And I remember that like after that day it still didn't quite feel right, and then another thing happened where I had some big drama that I will tell a story with, where my ex had like done foul some foul shit, and just I will talk about it one day, but oh my god, like some of these men need their own series. I cannot, like, oh my god. So that thing happened, and Marie wasn't answering her phone. My other best friend wasn't answering her phone. Nobody was answering their phone. Everybody was busy at work. And so I called PHONY in a moment of desperation and desperate need of emotional relief and venting and all that stuff. I called PHONY, and thank the freaking universe, she doesn't answer the phone. And so um, she like texts me. She's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I just needed to vent about something, but I'm okay now." And I started texting Marie, and I was like, "Girl, I almost just told her something that I should not have told her, but I'll tell you about it when you get off work or whatever." And like that was seriously something that like I definitely should not have given her that information. Not Marie, but I should never, and I didn't. I would never have been okay to give Marie that kind of information because, well, not Marie, PHONY, because PHONY cannot be trusted. PHONY is a liar. PHONY's not a good friend. Like, she would have definitely just been like, here's something else I know about you. I'm going to use this against you. And it was none of her business, and I'm so glad she didn't answer the phone, because in that moment, I was really emotionally volatile, and I was feeling very vulnerable, and I was feeling very, very, very hurt, and I needed somebody to talk to really, really bad. Like, you get a journal, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because then that person might pick up if you're don't do that if you're in this situation. They might pick up, and then you might say something you regret and be like, damn, I wish I could untell her that, because she don't even know that. But yeah, she didn't answer. I didn't tell her, and thank goodness, because there's a third party involved in this story. Yeah, there's a third party involved, and we're gonna call her third party, because there's not much else to really say about third party. Guys, third party and Marie and PHONY all know each other, and PHONY hangs out with third party on occasion. And when PHONY and third party were talking, PHONY was telling third party some straight up lies and BS about me and Marie. PHONY was saying that like I did like drugs. PHONY was saying all kinds of shit about me. PHONY talked about Marie's mom, who is literally a freaking an angel on earth. She's so sweet. I feel the same way about my mom too, because my mom is too. Don't talk about people's moms. Like, I love her mom. I felt so like angry and irritated for her. She said a bunch of stuff that's not true, and I just felt like I knew it. 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 I knew you were talking bad about me to somebody, but it couldn't be Marie, because PHONY knew that me and Marie were actually really good friends, and that Marie would tell me if PHONY said some shit about me or talked shit about me or said some weird comments about me, because I'm pretty sure she already had said like something that was kind of off, but like, you know, neutral enough to be a little suspicious but not be like pouncing on somebody. But girl, yeah, it was, the feelings were right. The gut feeling was right. Never ignore never ignore your gut. Yes, your gut's probably right. You know, at least try to get some proof first before, you know, you don't need to have a big thing about it. You know, you can just let your gut be right, and then be like, okay, this person gives me a bad feeling. I think I'm going to stay away from them. You don't need proof. You don't need to wait until a third party confirms it. Just trust yourself, because I was right. I should have trusted myself. I didn't need to spend any time with her or trying to foster any type of relationship, you know, friendship with her, because she was not for me the whole time. So this is my Instagram, which you should follow. Only black girl in the class. Yeah. Look how cute I was. I was a baby. It's 2018. And this is a post that I made. It's archived now because that's pretty messy. So I didn't leave it up, but I think that I will edit the caption to change the name for privacy because her real name is in this post. Like, I did not give a fool. Um, and then I'll like unarchive it just so that, you know, people who subscribe and who are looking can go and, you know, look at that and judge me and have a look here or whatever. But this is what it says, and it's really long. But you know, I was really upset when I heard all this, and obviously I know Car, and I was not about to go and like beat her up over this, but I had so much to say to her, and I felt like a text message just simply wasn't gonna do it. I was like, I need you to know that I don't like you, and I need everybody to know what kind of terrible person you are. I don't appreciate this treatment when I've been nothing but nice to you and inclusive to you. Like, and before this, we had all went to Pride together, and again, we're trying to include PHONY, even though she had a habit of bailing on everybody because she wanted to be in Baloney's ass and PHONY and Baloney, you know. So because of that, I was really irked by this, and I was just like, not only are you just not a good friend and you're fake and you clearly have a problem with me and you just won't say it for some reason, you also are talking about me, making things up about me, which is totally unnecessary, PHONY. PHONY. Okay. So let me read this. If you have an issue with me, we can talk about it in person like grown adults. You have my number. You know where I live. I've been nothing but nice to you, patient and kind enough to always attempt to include you in everything, even the birthday party, which, by the way, the invite list was out of my hands, so correct yourself on that one. So, pause. That is because when Marie was having her birthday, her mom reached out to me because her mom was planning just a simple get-together at the bowling alley for Marie with her friends. She wanted to make sure that the people that Marie really cared about and loved were there. So her mom asked me about who should come, and I knew that like the relationship with Marie's boyfriend at the time, now fiance, congratulations Marie, I love you guys. Anyway, now they were had a kind of an awkward relationship, so I wanted to make sure that like Marie's boyfriend would be there on her birthday. I knew she would be happy to see him. I knew she would love that. So I told her mom, I was like, yeah, I mean, you know, I listed the usual list of friends that hang out when it's not with like PHONY, but I listed the people who I actually hang out with Marie, and it was like another person, one of my other friends that knows Marie, and of course her boyfriend. And she wasn't asking me who all to invite. She had already like talked to some people on her own. So the invite list was not up to me, PHONY. It wasn't me, okay? If you weren't there, it's because Marie probably had already vented to her mom about you, and her mom probably wasn't fucking with you at that point on her own, okay? That was not me. I did not have to do that. You did it yourself. So she was upset that pictures had been posted, I'm pretty sure, of us all at the birthday party, and obviously PHONY wasn't at the birthday party, so yeah, that's what that's about. Okay? So yeah, I've always attempted to include you in everything, even the birthday party, which, by the way, the invite list was out of my hands, so correct yourself on that one. And according to you, I do because I go out and like to go to parties every now and then, and I can do that. Wait, hold on. And I'm so bad because I drink sometimes. Child, I'm 21. I can do that, smiley face. I'm sorry you're bitter and jealous or whatever, because instead of being a good friend to her, you always stay inside your house and do nothing with baloney. And when she needed you and vented to you, you could only turn the subject back to yourself and then go tell her business to your coworkers, because you have no limit to how shitty you can be, apparently. Because that's another thing that PHONY would do. PHONY and Marie, for like a time, worked at the same place, and PHONY would be telling Marie's business to the nosy, gossipy coworkers. Let me continue. Okay, let me find my place. Yeah. That's your personal choice to never go out, boo. I invited you to so much shit and gave you chances you don't even know about because everyone else was sick of your shit. Yeah. When other people were like, do we want to include her? I was like, let's still give her a chance. I used to go out a lot. Like, me and Marie would go to house parties a lot together at that time. And we were just, you know, I was 21. I was enjoying myself. I was partying. And it's always fun to have a nice, fun time. So that's what we were doing. We weren't doing anything crazy or abnormal for our age. And I was just like, let me keep reading. So yeah, um, but I'm a mean bitch though, right? I tried to invite you to the party, so stop fucking talking when you don't know. Get a life, leave your house for once, and if you ever part your lips to speak of me again, in all caps, phony, it had better be to my face like the all caps adults we are, or else you need to or else you need to pretend them hoes are sewn shut. You made up lies about me, my life, my best friend, her mom, and you don't fucking do that in all caps. Like best friend, her mom, and you don't fucking do that. That was in all caps. I was really feeling spicy. Get a life and get over me because you clearly are jealous and crazy. No one took your place as her best friend. You were just a shitty friend and you proved it by talking trash and lies. I'm sure you'll act scared and childish and say nothing to me like you've been, in all caps, doing. That's fine too. I'm just letting it be known since you barely know me, you should stop talking shit so damn much. It's embarrassing and you look crazy. You'll be happy once you find a purpose in life. Go to school, get a career, find something or a hobby, but baby, talking about me will only pull you down further. You're clearly unfulfilled and unhappy and a little crazy too to be that two-faced to people who've been nice with you and who haven't been talking wild shit about you. And that was the end, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I said anything else. Yeah, no, I didn't say anything else. Yeah, somebody commented and said, I'm crying. And then I did have one other comment. I said, oops, I forgot to tag you. And then I tagged her. So yeah, when I unarchive this post, I am going to remove that comment that says, oops, I forgot to tag you. Because she's blocked anyway, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, she's still blocked. And somebody did comment, LMFAO, I'm crying. And that is another person who is in the Fake Friends series. So I am going to delete her comment too. But I did reply to it and I said, me too. Like, where did all these crazy stories come from? I've barely had 5 conversations with this girl. LOL. Like, what is the reason? With 2 question marks. So yeah, I will be deleting this comment from you because you are also on the Fake Friends series. Girl, go. And then I'm going to delete the oops, I forgot to tag you. Because, you know, it's iconic, but can we hide this comment? What do we do? Do I have to delete it? Let me see. Yeah, I gotta delete that. It's all good. So yeah, we'll delete that. Later on, I will change and edit the caption and remove any names, you know. But yeah, by the time I upload that, this should be changed. So you can go see that by following my Instagram at onlyblackgirlintheclass. Follow me on TikTok. I'm going to put both of them in the description box down below so that you can find my because I cannot remember my TikTok name for some reason because I changed it to match the YouTube fucking name and it's confusing me. So I just want it to be right. Comment down below and tell me if you've ever had an experience where you just knew somebody seriously secretly hated you and you could feel it, but they just, like, tell me if you had any similar experience. Tell me your stories in the comments. Please. I need you guys to comment and like the videos and share and subscribe if you're watching. It helps me grow. And when I get to more followers, I want to have different like milestones that I do for each goal. And eventually I do want to do a giveaway, but right now I want to just do like okay, so my friend gave me this idea, Marie did. She gave me the idea to do a tier list of my exes. And that sounds really fun. And I would love to do that. So I think that once I get to like 500 or 1,000 subscribers, I'll do the tier list of my exes and like be able to have it up on the screen for you guys, hopefully, and be able to show you like how I'm ranking them, and we can like do it together and it can be fun. Like maybe I'll do it in a live stream and then I can like, you know, leave it up or something like that. But I have plans for this channel and I really want it to go far. And I want to build a community on here of other women who have been through things, who want to be able to talk things out and just talk about their experiences. And I mean, you don't have to be a woman either. You can be anybody. But yeah, I want to be able to talk about all these different things. So please make sure that you guys comment down below, like the video, share, subscribe, follow me from the place in the description, support me. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. This is future editing Maya, and I just realized that I cannot change my Instagram caption anymore because it's 1 million weeks old. So I cannot unarchive that, like, unless I can figure out a way to edit the caption. I can't unarchive it because I put her name in it like twice. And even though it happened a long time ago, I still want to respect everybody's privacy. People can grow and change, yada yada. So yeah, that will not be there. I'm sorry, but anything that I can put on there that I can find or whatever, I definitely will. And going forward in other videos, if there's evidence that I have evidence, I'm definitely gonna put it in there, but only if I can protect people's privacy. So sorry. Love you. Bye.